Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over some knee-jerk reactions for Game Week 10, so if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below, leave a comment how are you currently getting on in Game Week 9, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off before we get into the knee-jerk reactions for Game Week 10, just going to quickly go over how I'm currently doing in Game Week 9. It is a very, very slight red arrow at this moment in time. I went from like 67k to 84k, but I do still have 3 players left to play. So fingers crossed that red arrow can turn into a green arrow. But yeah, I'm currently on 64 points, so yeah, not terrible at all. Yesterday's game definitely helped me out with the Villa and West Ham players returning apart from Cash. Anyway, in goal, we do have Turner, who obviously got 1 point. Areola getting 1 point as well. The goalkeeper conundrum just didn't matter in the end. As a Forest fan, I mean, I'm not going to get into it too much, but dropping 2 points at home to Luton after being 2-0 up is an absolute shambles. Like, I'm so annoyed at Forest for, like, dropping that. Like, dropped 2 points to Luton, 2 points to Burnley. Absolutely shocking. Not happy about it at all, but it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, hey, Turner had that clean sheet for ages, and then just, yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. It just annoyed me too much. Anyway, Turner got 1 point. Cash getting 2 points as well. Yeah, unfortunate for them to lose that clean sheet, but either way, I think going forward, Cash is still going to be a really good option. Not worried about him at all. Was getting in some really good positions as well. I don't think he necessarily had like a shot or anything like that, but he was still getting into really good positions, so I'm happy with that. So yeah, Cash 2 points. Porro still yet to play. I could really do with some sort of attacking run from return from Porro tonight, just simply because the majority of people own Udogie, so I need Udogie to just like get a yellow card or something like that, and then like, I don't know, I need like I need Porro to score, have the clean sheet, and then get subbed on like the 75th minute, and then Udogie to get like a red card. That'd be perfect. Yeah, we've got Porro at home to Fulham. I'm hoping for a clean sheet in that game. And then Big Dan Burn with the 6-pointer. Really annoying because it was on bonus for like ages, and then like the last minute he went from, you know, 1 bonus to none. So that was really unfortunate. Still not matching Trippier. Obviously, Trippier picking up 10 points. It's just, it's points every week now with Trippier. I think since I got rid of him, I got like the majority of his points, which I was really happy about. I got his 18-pointer, I got his 12-pointer, and then I got rid of him on Wildcard. And I think since then he's had like maybe 2 10s or something like that. I don't know. He's had like 2 pretty good game weeks. But yeah, I mean, Burn is slightly covering him, but he's still picking up like 4 or 5 extra points every week, Trippier is. So it is one of those things, but just don't have the money for him. So yeah, that's the back line at the moment. So yeah, not the greatest performance really from the back line. So yeah, hopefully something from Porro later to really cement a good week. But yeah, that's the back line. In midfield, Bowen picking up 8 points. I mean, his goal was I mean, I'll take it, but his goal, I don't think he meant for that at all. I don't know if it was a cross-in or anything. It took a massive deflection. I thought it was going to be an own goal for the longest of time, but it wasn't, so I was really happy about that. But yeah, picking up 8 points for Bowen's really nice. He's also just had a price rise too, so yeah, definitely take that. Salah picking up another 16-pointer, 2 more goals. Again, another penalty, 97th minute goal. I mean, as a Salah owner, I think I'm relatively lucky. As a Salah captainer, I think I'd be very lucky, but you know, I mean, hey, back-to-back braces, you can't really complain. I don't think it's too bad though, because if you haven't wildcarded yet, you would probably still own players like maybe Alvarez, maybe a Fernandez and Mbumo, stuff like that. So they probably would have covered you this week if you hadn't gotten rid of them. But yeah, Salah 16-pointer, very happy with that. Son and Madison still yet to play. Neto still picking up returns. He did only get 4 points. He did pick up a yellow card, but yeah, definitely could have scored as well. So I mean, the next fixture isn't great. It's Newcastle at home, but yeah, I'm happy with Neto in my team. I don't think he's a bad option at all, and they've got some nice fixtures coming up. So yeah, absolutely fine holding him for the moment. And if anything, like if things get really bad with him, I can always just downgrade him to Palmer, who's on penalties, playing out of position, playing a lot for Chelsea. I know the Chelsea fixture run is pretty dire, but yeah, I mean, for a 4.95 mil enabler, you can't really go wrong, especially when he's on penalties. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye on Cole Palmer, because it will allow me to like, if I go down to Palmer, it will probably allow me to upgrade Maddison to like a Saka or something like that. So it's definitely something I'm keeping an eye on. But anyway, that's the midfield. Pretty happy with them. Hopefully Maddison and Son can both do the business tonight. And then Watkins picking up 11 points. Should have been more though. He did miss a massive chance at the start of the game. I mean, the goal that he scored was a really nice finish from that angle on his left foot, and the goal he missed was like a really easy chance by his standards. So yeah, could have finished on what it would have been another goal and then another bonus point, because he didn't get 3, he got too. So yeah, it would have been a 16-pointer there for Watkins. And then Haaland picking up 16 points as well. Didn't really get too much of a sniff. I mean, his goal was really, really good from outside the box. But yeah, 16 points. Didn't match Salah, unfortunately. He only finished on 8, whereas Salah finished on 16. So Salah captain is winning again. I mean, next week's captaincy choice, I don't even know, because you've got Watkins who's got Luton at home. You've got Salah who's got Forest at home. And then Haaland who's got United away. It's going to be such a tough choice. I have no idea. But yeah, on the bench, Areola picking up 1, Arch picking up 2, and then the rest of my players just doing absolutely nothing. But yeah, so far, I mean, look, it's a red arrow, but so obviously I'm disappointed. But at the same time, 3 players left to play. You know, if they win like 2-0 tonight and both Maddison and Son are involved, I'd like to think it's going to be a green arrow. But either way, we'll have to wait and see. That's how I'm currently going for game week 9, though. Moving on to the knee-jerk reactions for game week 10. And there are actually a couple of surprises, to be fair. But one surprise, one thing that is not a surprise is Watkins being transferred in by nearly 170,000 managers. Luton at home, like I say, arguably the best fixture of the season. And Watkins is on fine form, a definite captaincy shout for sure this week. And I mean, even after that, he's still got Forest away and then Fulham at home. So yeah, really, really nice fixtures for Watkins coming up. I'll probably keep until around game week. I don't know, because obviously City and Arsenal both at home. Then they've got Brentford and Sheffield United, and then Man United, and then Burnley. I don't know. It's one of those, like, I'd like to keep him up until game week 15. There's just not really that many other great options for him, and he's just playing so well at the moment. He's just returning every single game. Like, he's blanked, what, once this season, and that was away at Liverpool. So, yeah, it'll be really tough to get rid of him, but as of right now, he's going nowhere. But yeah, Watkins being brought in by nearly 170,000 managers. I think he's had a price rise last night, as well as Bowen, but I could see him getting another one by the end of the week. Salah also being brought in by a lot of managers as well, 140,000 nearly. Yeah, really good captaincy shout this week. And then they've got Luton away, Brentford. Loves a goal against City. And then, yeah, Fulham, Sheffield United, Palace. Like United, they've got some really nice fixtures coming up. I don't think Salah will be going anywhere out of my team anywhere in the near future. And then Saka also being brought in by nearly 100,000 managers. Yeah, looks to be fit now. Obviously, Sheffield United at home, a really, really nice fixture. I don't know if I'm going to be bringing him in this week because they've got Newcastle away after. I think a game week 12 would be when I'm bringing back in and just like a ton of other Arsenal players. I'll probably bring in an Arsenal, because I've got 2 free transfers this week. I'll talk about it in the team selection video later on in the week, but I think I'll bring in an Arsenal defender this week. And then I think I'll jump on the attackers around game week 12. It will be horrible to watch that Sheffield United at home game for no Arsenal attackers, but there's just not really anyone I need to get rid of right now because all my other options have good fixtures barring Neto, but there's no way I'm going from Neto to like an Ødegaard or a Saka because they just don't have the funds. So yeah, I think that 12 is where I'll attack the Arsenal assets because yeah, Burnley, Brentford, Wolves, Luton, really, really nice fixtures coming up for Arsenal. And then Simicast as well. I mean, I would think about bringing in Simicast, but the only issue is, like, obviously Robertson's out for a while. You don't have to worry about him losing his spot. But the fact that he had that early sub, like, he wasn't playing great. A lot of his crosses were kind of mediocre. He wasn't playing very well at all. I think he'll still start, but I'm just a little bit worried about that early sub. And especially with these 2 fixtures, obviously they're really, really good fixtures. And he's probably going to go up to like 4.6 by the time that the game week 10 deadline rolls around. But yeah, it's a tough one. Like, I don't know if I'm going to use a transfer on him. I don't think I need to, but it could. Just a minute, like that 60th minute sub was a little bit, you know, I don't know if that's going to be like something that keeps happening, or maybe it was just getting off fitness. I'm not really too sure. We'll have to wait and see. And then Trippier also being brought in by over 80,000 managers. Yeah, the Wolves away fixture is obviously nice. Arsenal at home, I can't see them keeping a clean sheet in that game. Bournemouth away, Chelsea United. Yeah, I mean, the fixtures are fine. Like, he's obviously still just getting returns every single week. He obviously got... Oh, no, he got the 6 points against West Ham. He got 10 against Palace. Like I say, I had him for the 18 and the 12-pointers, so... Yeah, it's one of those, but I still think he's a really, really nice option. He's just a little bit expensive now. But either way, they are the most brought-in players for Game Week 10. Most transferred out players Game Week 10. Estepinian, Botman, both obviously having injuries. We still have no news on Estepinian, really. I think he said he was going to be out for a month, and it's now been a month. And still obviously no word on his return. So yeah, hopefully, because we've got like European fixtures this week as well, which is obviously why you should keep hold of your transfers. So yeah, maybe we get some news about him in the press conference midweek or something like that. But yeah, the fact that he's still injured isn't great. And then also Botman, yeah, I think Eddie Howe said he was like had a really good 2 weeks, but now he's just said that like he's not going to be back for another 2 weeks or something. So yeah, if you do own Botman, it's probably just worth getting rid of. You know, just it is a bit of a sideways transfer, but if you do want to still keep a Newcastle defender, you just transfer him out for Dan Burn or Shearer or something like that. But obviously, if you want to go somewhere else, like he's an easy swap to Gabriel, you know, because Botman is, what is he, like 4.7. So he's an easy swap to Gabriel, really, who's also 4.7. They've got Sheffield United at home this week. So that's a really nice fixture if you obviously want to swap him for that. And then Rashford also being transferred out by a lot of managers. Yeah, I mean, blank City, like he's not got a return since game week 4 against Arsenal, but since then 2-3-2, 2-2. I mean, yeah, if you've still got Rashford, it might be time to get rid of. I mean, the fixtures, obviously after City, they're still really good, but yeah, I don't know. There's just, like, obviously scored a really nice goal for England, but maybe time to get rid of him. And then Akanji obviously picking up that red card, he is suspended, so yeah, completely understand why people are getting rid of him. I mean, the City fixtures just aren't even, they're not great. Like, obviously United away, they'll probably win that game relatively easily because United just barely scraping by like these promoted teams. Bournemouth obviously really nice. Chelsea away could be tough, you never know. You saw what they're like against Arsenal. Liverpool at home, Spurs at home. Some really tough fixtures. And then they blank in game week 18, so yeah, maybe it's worth getting rid of them, obviously barring Haaland and Alvarez, but yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'd have any defenders at this point. And speaking of Haaland, also being transferred out by a lot of managers, which I'm really surprised at because I think he's going to go big against United. And he did just score, so I don't know why so many people are getting rid of him. Maybe to make money for Salah or something like that. They're probably downgrading him to Watkins and then upgrading someone to Salah. But either way, they are the most transferred in and out players for game week 10. Let me know how you're currently getting on in game week 9. We'll probably do a wildcard video tomorrow because I know that's going to be super wanted this week. We'll do team selection Wednesday and then probably final team selection Friday after all the European games and stuff like that, and that'll probably be the week of content. But either way, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're brand new, and until next time, peace.